fucking stream. Come on. Ah, there we are. Hello, YouTube! How we doing, y'all? How we doing? I'm doing great. Wonder how much of the Corn Kings Brigade will get, because their liege is currently under siege because he decided to pick a fight with Matt Walsh on Twitter. Yeah, I actually seen that. He got obliterated. Anyway, let's not waste too much time. The best way to make lasagna by this guy.
My favorite things, classic lasagna. This is the Italian-American version that you're probably most familiar with. It's the one that I love. It's the one that I grew up with. Okay, so let's go over the ingredients. This is a simple recipe, but there's like a couple major steps to it. So one of the first major steps is the sauce. So the sauce, we have 1 pound of ground pork, 1 pound of ground chuck. I have it says 1 medium onion, but this is like a large onion dice. It's going to be fine, especially for the amount of tomatoes we're using. 5 cloves of garlic. We'll put some olive oil in there. And I have 3 cans of plum tomatoes, 28-ounce cans of plum tomatoes. This is going to give us enough sauce for all of the lasagna, and we'll have a little bit extra. But make sure you're using at least 3 cans. Nothing precludes you from using a 4th can or making even more sauce. You need a lot of sauce for this. Okay, so that's the sauce component. For the cheese component, one of the cheese components, I have 1 1/4 pound of ricotta cheese. I drained it in a strainer just to take some of the water out. It's not too critical though, because you do need a lot of water in here from the sauce and everything to finish cooking your lasagna noodles. Into that, I have 1/4 cup of parsley and 1/4 cup of basil. They're just wrapped right now, so they don't turn, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be mixed into this ricotta mixture. We're going to season it up with salt and pepper to get it really flavorful, and then once we like it, we will put...
My God. In Jake's latest video to me, he doesn't do a cooking video of mine. I feel betrayed.
In 1 egg. Okay, the egg is kind of a binder. It's going to prevent everything from like really getting super wet and oozing. So it's not a big deal. You can take that out if you like. You truly can. Other cheese, we have 1 pound of mozzarella. So I have it divided into 3 sections here. I have deli sliced mozzarella. So we're going to use 3 layers. So it's easy if you just do it this way, but nothing says you can't just buy a block of cheese and shred it, or you can slice it yourself. If you're going to slice a block, I would just put it in the freezer for about 30 to 45 minutes. Also have 1 cup or 90 grams of pecorino romano. Can you use Parmesan cheese? The answer is yes, but it's better to use pecorino. All right, so I would definitely do that. Also, I forgot I have 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. That'll be for the sauce. Olive oil for the sauce. And then for the lasagna, I love to use the Checo brand. They actually tell you on the box how to make this without parboiling them. I've done it that way. It's still better if you parboil them, so that's how I'm going to show you to do it today. It's really not a big deal. They give you about...
Even though it's funny, you know what's really funny and sad? Me and Jake would be in agreement with probably most of what Matt Walsh has to say. That's the really funny thing. But I failed the leftist purity test because I'm not a goddamn socialist.
About 22 sheets in here. You need 18 to do 3 layers. So you have a few extra. You can make like a...
Depending on how the meat place or the grocery store grinds its meat, it can actually look kind of donut-y. I used to work at a meat shop, so I've seen that before. That's not a big deal.
Little lasagna for one person, or you can use, like, say you break a couple, then you can use the perfect ones, though it doesn't really matter. Everything's just going into the dish.
Because basically it comes out of a goddamn grinder thing that looks like it's about this fucking big. So yeah, I've seen the donut thing. That's not an issue for me.
That's pretty much
Pretty much that's how I know it's at least freshly ground.
it. Let's make the sauce right now. Okay, so I have a 5-quart brazier here. This is just going to fit our sauce, but a 6-quart or an 8-quart would be even better. I'm just doing this so you can see in here, all right? A lot of things I do on this channel are, so I can demonstrate them the best. That all being said, it will fit. I'm heating this up to about medium heat. I'm going to put in a little bit of olive oil now. We'll probably add in more after. And let's just let this get nice and hot, and then we will just lightly brown our beef and pork. All right, so that's hot. Again, this is 1 pound of ground pork and 1 pound of ground chuck. Just break it up a little bit, spread it out here so we get some even contact on the bottom of our pot. And I'm just gonna put that over there to prevent splattering. You might be asking, Jim, my grandmother, my Nona always used sausage in her lasagna. Well, use sausage then. That's what I would do. You can use all sausage if you like. You can
I would actually just go with the straight up lid because the meat will cook a fuck of a lot faster. But that's me.
use half beef, half Italian sausage. You can use any meat you like here. You really can. I like the balance of the beef and the pork here. My favorite way to do it is with the meatballs. Take big meatballs, break them up into pieces, or if you have a lot time on your hands, make about 150 little meatballs, and then you put them on each layer.
Go.
The way we're making it here today is the way that most people in the United States will think of what lasagna is.
Yeah, that's true.
That's been about 3 or 4 minutes. Turn it over a little bit. All right, try to get the other side as best you can. And give that another 3 or 4 minutes. Then you can just come in here with your meat masher or just use the wooden spoon and then just break up the meat. All right, well, you can season initially with a little bit of salt right now on the meat. Just doing about a teaspoon of kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the heat for a second, and I'm just gonna scoop the meat out of here with a kind of slotted spoon. Put that off to the side, and then just put in all that onion. All right, turn.
I would have deglazed before I put in the onion, but that's just me. I mean, I know onions have a ton of water in them, but I would have deglazed.
The heat back on.
Actually, I probably would have cooked the veggies first, and then the meat, and then deglaze, and then add everything back in.
And keep it below medium heat, about a 4 out of 10. If there's not enough fat in your pot, which there isn't here, put in more olive oil. Sprinkle of salt.
What is wrong
And
with
let's just cook
adding
these
wine?
until they get nice and soft. About 5-7 minutes. If your pot was burnt down here, if like you had your heat very high for the meat, you could just deglaze with a little bit of water or wine, and that'll evaporate very quickly, and then you'll be able to clean your pot and saute your onions, but we're fine right now. All right, so while our onions are softening, if you have whole plum tomatoes, you can hand crush them if you like, or you can blend or pulse them. Okay, make sure you have clean hands, and then just come in like that. So you basically have a shield hand, and then the other hand is breaking them up. You could also just use your meat masher that we just used for the meat to do it. But there's something very therapeutic about doing it this way. All right, we're gonna let that keep going. These tomatoes, just put off to the side. I'm gonna use them in a couple seconds.
I don't do that. Just if you want to go that route, put them in a fucking blender and puree them. Again, that's just me. Don't want to offend anyone's sensibilities. That's just me. Well, whatever. I don't care.
And then the cans, the interior here, we're going to put a little bit of water in there just to clean them out. Meaning like,
Wait, what was
and
he
we'll
so
put it in
pissed
here.
off with
Not
me
clean them
about?
out to clean them, just to get the remaining tomato residue. And then I just have 1 can of sclafani crushed. All right, these onions are maybe another 2 minutes on the onion. Okay, when they're nice and soft and translucent without having any color on them, then you can add all that garlic in here. Now I'm mixing garlic and onion together. Normally, like a lot of recipes, like Italian recipes, you won't do this, which is an odd thing. Like I was discussing this the other day, because I love to cook everything. And, you look at Indian recipes and a lot of other recipes from other cultures, and they'll just, use both all the time. So, but, I get the idea how you don't want the flavors to compete. I find that, like, the meat and the onion kinds to drown out the garlic. Even when I put garlic in here, it doesn't do much. But we're going to add it today. All right, just going to let this keep going. Maybe turn up my heat just a touch. Okay, so everything is nice and mingled together. That garlic's really fragrant. I let it go for about 3 or 4 minutes without burning it. You can see how that looks. It's beautiful. Okay, this is hot red pepper flakes, about a teaspoon. Not hot, really, not too spicy. But if you're opposed to that, just remove it, just take it out. It's gonna be fine without it too. Okay, let that bloom in there for about 20 seconds. And then let's put all the meat back in.
Again.
All the meat, all the fat.
Some nice red
Mix
wine.
that together. Now, if you're gonna use wine for this, which you totally can, I would put it in now, and then you can just really clean the bottom of your pot. If you use red wine, you're going to have more of a deeper taste to your lasagna. If you use white wine, you're going to have more of a bite. They're both great. All right, so here are tomatoes. That's 2 of those cans. Hopefully we can fit.
I'm surprised Iron Gullet is streaming. I'm surprised he's not giving his master, King Corn, a hand job.
The other can in. I know we can, because I just made this the other day. Okay, and then that's the cleaning of all 3 cans. Add that in too. And we are pushing the limit. But it'll be fine.
Push it to the limit.
All right, let's bring this up to a simmer. And then once it simmers, we're going to just keep it on very low while we attend to the other parts of the recipe. Okay, so that's starting to come.
Well, dipshit, it ain't too hard to beat my live stream schedule these days.
Up. Just trying to get it nice and hot. Evaporate a little bit of the liquid, but you don't have to evaporate much. We need a lot of liquidy sauce for our lasagna. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to simmer this on low heat with the lid cracked off to the side. So basically like in that position. Okay, like an inch cracked. The amount of time that it takes for us to do the other 2 components will be perfect. Our sauce will be ready to go. Okay, what you can do right now is just taste it for salt.
Oh, it was horrible on Twitter. It was bad.
Pepper. That's good already, but I'm going to put some salt in. And I'm going to add a little bit more hot red
pepper. And again, this isn't the first one this year. First he had Shoe on Head last year. Then he kind of retreated a little bit. Then he caught the attention of Actual Justice Warrior. And now he's on Matt Walsh's radar. Hey, Jake, you're not that big. The left isn't that big. You might want to not pick fights.
Pepper, this is for my liking. And I hope my family's, but, always cook to how you think your family and your taste testers are going to want to enjoy it. All right, I'm just going to pop this on the burner off on the side. Okay, bring a pot of water to boil, salted water for pasta. We're going to parboil those lasagna noodles, those lasagna sheets. 1 1/4 pound of ricotta cheese. You can use more if you like. You'll have a thicker layer. We need 2 layers of it for a 9 by 13 baking dish. So 1 1/4 pound is pretty much good enough. And if it's not, we'll just mix in a little bit more. That's all you have to do. Okay, lots of parsley. I said,
trust me, that ain't the only time Shu knew I existed. We've had our battles on Twitter before. I have a history with her.
1/4 cup, that's more than 1/4 cup. It's going to be fine. And I say 1/4 cup of basil, and it's probably less than 1/4 cup. But it's going to be fine.
Okay, do you got any proof that I'm racist, or are you just going to say it?
Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of salt in initially to start. And let's mix this up. Use a bigger bowl if you have one handy. I should have. Just get it well incorporated. Let's make sure that it tastes good before we mix our egg in. I'm gonna put more salt in. I'm gonna put some pepper.
No, that was on the original Twitter account, WarCorp666.
You don't have to put pepper, but I'm going to. You can even put in some garlic powder if you like. Mix this all in again, taste it again, get it perfect. Once you have it perfect, then mix your egg in. Okay, it's one egg. Okay, it's not too critical for a recipe like this that you put the egg in. It's much more, for say, when you're doing stuffed shells, so it doesn't all ooze out of the shells. Just mix it back up. It's not going to be yellow. It's going to turn back white.
Yeah, I'm sure you were saying that soon-to-be banned person.
But we mix the egg in before we taste it, so we can taste it without eating a raw egg. That's good. All right, let's put this off to the side and parboil those sheets. Okay, my water is almost boiling. And, just for this brand, 4 minutes is all you have to boil them for to really parboil them. Probably would have to cook them like 12 minutes or more to fully cook them. There's 22 sheets in here. So we're going to do half of them at a time. If you put them all in the pot, 8-quart pot, it's going to be a little too tight. You only need to boil them for 4 minutes, so it's an 8-minute process. This is coming up, and I have a water bowl right next to me here. I'm going to put ice in there. All we're going to do is, after they come out, we're going to shock them, put them on clean kitchen towels or parchment paper. Okay, just like a 1%, 1.25% salinity. You can calculate that based off the salt you use, but for diamond crystal, about 2 tablespoons to 2 to 3 tablespoons. Not a half a cup, okay? Which I've seen some people say, I'm like, yikes, not the Dead Sea,
Did you put oil in it?
You could put a drop of oil in here. I never do it for anything. They say it doesn't do anything chemistry-wise, but for this,
It doesn't do a fucking thing. Just stir the goddamn fucking noodles.
we don't want it to stick. A drop is not gonna hurt. Okay.
It's not
And
gonna
now you just watch me drop in.
Okay, here's the thing. It's not gonna hurt. But it's also not gonna help a damn thing. It's gonna do nothing. You just wasted olive oil.
Lasagna. Tara, can you set the timer for 4 minutes?
Already done.
Thank you. All right, so I'm just moving them around a little bit so they don't stick. My water doesn't need to be boiling that aggressively. Okay, so use tongs or like a pasta spider, something that you can just grab them easily with, which they kind of tend to slip. Okay, so just like this, and then right away they're cold. Then just lay them, and they will try to stick, like this one tried to stick right away. Yeah, see, like I broke that one, okay? That one will be for later, okay? And you can separate them almost immediately.
Just put the one that broke in the middle, fucking, whatever.
These meals changed everything for me. I'll admit it, I was skeptical about ready-to-eat meals, but then I tried Factor, and after one bite, I was sold. Everything is fresh, flavorful, and on.
Okay, and I just take another.
Yeah, no, the second meat comes cooked, and all you have to do is heat it up in the microwave. Anything resembling fresh left the fucking building a long time ago.
Another sheet right on top. Okay, like that, like this. Okay, and then we're just gonna repeat for the other batch, simple as that. Here are the sheets, okay, they're all perfectly set up with parchment paper layers. Again, if you don't want to use parchment paper, though, I recommend it's like a really good kitchen tool.
The reason he has the ice so he can shock the pasta and stop the cooking process instantly. Again, I generally don't rinse my pasta. But if I'm making a pasta salad, or yes, sometimes even a lasagna, I will rinse and shock it with cold water to stop the cooking process.
To always have, and I just buy it in packs of like 50 or 100. But if you don't have it, use clean kitchen towels, just a bunch of them, put them on there. And sometimes they have a tendency to stick. That's the only thing.
You also know parchment paper is sold in a roll, much cheaper. You just need to be smart enough to know how long your tray is.
And parchment paper won't stick at all. Okay, here is our sauce. It's been simmering for over 30 minutes. Want to taste it one more time, really get this right, so our lasagna is perfect. And you can let this sauce simmer.
If you've never made it to juice, I have at least 2 or 3 lasagna videos. It's super fucking easy. It is time consuming, I will say that, and at the onset can seem daunting, but it's pretty easy.
For a couple hours.
If you want to build up your confidence to it, make a couple of pasta bakes first.
If you want. Perfect. You gotta remember, it's gonna cook for another hour in the oven. Speaking of the oven, 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, middle rack. At the end, we'll broil it for a second if we have to, but it's not critical. All right, so remember, we have in the back, I just can't fit everything on top here. I have the mozzarella, I have the ricotta mixture, and I have a cup or 90 grams of pecorino. This is a 9x13 baking dish, which is the perfect size for these lasagna sheets. And you'll see in a second. Now, the other brands, they're very, most.
Trust me. Get yourself a box of cremette lasagna noodles or your store-brand lasagna noodles, those big, long noodles, and do it yourself. Fucking phenomenal.
Some are very similar size. If they're larger, it's not a big deal either. Okay, I'm just putting a drop of oil down here. Okay, I'm gonna wipe the sides. The print recipe I have, it says 5 cups of the sauce, but you might need more or less. You're probably going to need more. This is why we make a ton of sauce. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put a really...
Also, that sauce does great for dipping, for like cheese bread, garlic bread, cheese toast, garlic toast. It's a great dipping sauce.
Thick layer of that sauce on the bottom here. Okay. Now these are going to overlap a little bit, which is what you want.
And remembering, he's using DiCecco lasagna noodles, which are shorter than the rest of them. I'd go with cremette or the one that starts with B, or your store brand.
And I just kind of
Bertelli's, whatever.
Push them up the sides. And then that last one, again, kind of up the side. That's our prepared ricotta mixture. Use half of it now, and then we're going to use the half on the second layer. It's easier to drop this with like an ice cream scooper into different spots, because then you can just come back and get it like spread easier. But it's all going to melt anyway in here. It's all going to fine level as it bakes. All right, here's the mozzarella.
A lot of people ask about whether or not the lasagna is in the cookbook.
The lasagna is not in the cookbook. I am sorry. I think the main reason why we didn't do it is we didn't really like the pictures, and the video was really old. I did a video for this like 6 years ago now.
There's plenty of baked pasta.
There's plenty of baked pastas, and they're all very similar. Cookbook is right there.
All right, I'm just going to let this play, but I have to pee, so I'll leave you for a minute.
You could buy it right here. You could buy it right here with a QR code in the description. It's pinned. By the time you see this video, it's going to be out in 1 week. 1 week, the cookbook is coming out. We're filming this roughly 3 weeks before the release of November 25th. We're on actually the 3rd printing already, so it has done tremendously in pre-sales, and I am sure many of you have already purchased it. If you're one of those who hasn't and you've been thinking about it, I recommend you do it, because that 3rd printing order won't be here till after the November 25th date. I think it's going to help you a lot. A lot of these recipes, a lot of the favorites that you've been enjoying over the years are in that book. And depending on, how many print runs we go on, we're probably going to do a second one. And it will probably have lasagna in it, I would assume. I think for that one, we'll do lasagna carnival, which is the one with the tiny meatballs.
Unless we do a deli cookbook.
Deli cookbook, yeah. Yeah, leave the comment below which one you want for the second book. We're really going to survey. We're going to survey the email list too. That will help as well. If you're not subscribed to the email list, subscribe to that as well. There's 130,000 people that we bombard with emails every week. If you like getting a lot of emails in your inbox, definitely subscribe. Next layer here, after the mozzarella, is more sauce. Doesn't matter if I do it in reverse, no, but it's just the way I'm doing it. Okay, and then a third of that pecorino. Okay, so we're just gonna grab from our perfectly placed lasagna sheets and we're gonna do the next layer here. Okay, again, just kind of up the sides. You could save one of your parchment paper pieces, we're gonna need it. I've tried making it the no boiled method. It always comes out better this way. If you wanna do the no boil method, you can. I'm not really sure.
I don't recommend no boil. No boil pasta's always tasted like shit to me.
I think you got to put even more sauce than I'm doing here, but or you might have to just cook it longer than we're going to cook it for. Let's try to distribute this a little better this time. Yeah, maybe you could go at 1.5 pounds of the ricotta cheese. I'll tell you what, you make this, you tell me what you think. If you think it needed more, you let us know. Oh, did I forget the mozzarella? Look, I forgot the mozzarella. Tara, we got to start the video over.
All right, cut.
Kind of wet down those edges.
Blah, blah, blah.
A little bit. I'll put the pecorino first, and then the mozzarella. I like on the top not to cover it completely with the mozzarella. Like leave some gaps. If you don't use the whole pound, it's okay. That's all the sauce is left, not much. Not much. And then that is what we're left with. We're left with 5 pieces. So there was 23 in the box. Okay, so our oven is set to 375. Put a piece of parchment paper here on top. Don't just put foil because the foil's all going to stick then to your cheese. This will stop that from happening. And also it goes without saying that you should have a baking sheet under your baking dish because things will all leak out and it'll ruin your oven. Not ruin it, it'll just make it hard for you to clean your oven. Okay, it doesn't matter which side the foil face is.
Isn't that fucking hard?
Okay, we're gonna lock in this in. 45 minutes, like this, and then we're gonna remove it, and then we're gonna let it keep cooking for another 20 minutes, roughly.
All right.
Oh, and then broiled for 45 seconds. It really didn't even need it. Now, if you want it even, I'm telling you, even if you let it sit for an hour or more, it's better. And it'll stay hot in this baking dish. It'll stay warm. That's what you want to do. So we're going to wait for the taste tester. And I know he's counting down the minute. Minute 6.
And I'm sure it was fucking tits.
Online is a sandbox MMORPG.
Now, let's deal with this person that Jake has left me for. I feel betrayed.
Who is talking about
What
fucking
the
fuck ice, dude.
Fuck you. You fuck ice. Yeah, excuse me if I don't want a bunch of Somali pieces of shit fucking ripping my state off blind, motherfucker.
I mean, lasagna today following your video, it definitely fucked. Let's go! Hell yeah, Spino. Punish Lasty, thanks for following. Am I wrong, or is this your second backup account? Am I crazy? How'd it go? Boot and crashing out. And then we have some other right-wing freaks, and then if you want, we have Dingo. We have half this call-in left. Like half time. And then I have a whole video he did as well called Leftists Throw Gavin Newsom Under the Bus that we can watch as part of it.
And this is why you're never going to win another election,
and then,
dickhead.
I think we'll be off the Dingo Mountain for a minute. We can go back to Gordo for a while and let Dave get his stamina back. Never mind. Puna just has a new one. What the fuck? How do I get to a Poonages video? How come it won't save the Poonages situation?
Because you're an inept retard.
You also have one? God damn it. I'm not double dipping if I use this, am I? His fucking video here. I was looking for something to make... I mean, I guess we could just do a cheap dingo if you want to do a half one. It's your choice. There you go. Okay. Fuck it. I was just going to do a fully. A fully. How the hell did you get more dinguses? Fuck. Every time I think I'm out from under that. Anyway. Any hoozles.
Okay, wait a second. I'm obsessed with Jake. I cover Jake about roughly once a month to twice a month. You know what? I'll throw myself under the bus and say, let's say 3 times a month. Jake has consistently for years not missed a stream without bringing me up or some video or some live stream that I did. That's why this video perplexed me. Because it's not me. You betrayed me, Jake.
Let's watch this. What is? Oh, yeah. Queen reviews 107 Days by Kamala Harris. Aw.
Yeah. I reviewed the book, read the whole damn thing. It sucks.
Queen reviews. That sounds lovely. We'll add that to the stack. Add it to the stack, dude. Still gotta finish this one first. Amazing. All right. Poon Pog. Poon Pog. All right, here's a Outlaws Cooking Gloop. Country pork ribs barbecue with Dr. Pepper glaze. I'm stimulated.
I'm not.
Is it gonna cut hard? Hard cut?
Those ain't ribs, bro. There's no little white bones sticking out of them.
Wow, we're really just playing the song, huh? Okay. No, not a hard.
My God, me and Jake might actually end up agreeing.
Okay, let's go. A montage.
Oh, God, those country-style boneless ribs. There's not fucking rib meat.
Pork shoulder country style boneless ribs? What the fuck? Pork shoulder country style ribs. You overpaid for that. You could have just got it's okay. You can get a pork shoulder and cut yourself.
No, Jake. Most people can't. Because if your little pussy-ass, bitch-ass self had ever been around a pork roast or a pork butt roast, you'd know that there's a bone in it that most people can't get through. And the only way it pops right out is after cooking. You'd know that if you weren't on the pussy side of barbecue.
Way cheaper. This is years ago, too. 2020. Dang. Oh, that was during.
Yeah, back when all you
during
leftist
lockdowns.
faggots were demanding we wear diapers on our
How's it
face.
going, everybody?
You look a little not excited.
Welcome to Outlaws Cookout.
Turned on
It's been
there.
a long time since I've done this, but I had to do something special for you guys. Look what we're making today. Country style outlaw ribs.
Yeah, there's no. I guess they're called. I guess they're ribs in that they're not.
Yeah, they're not really ribs. I'll grant you that, Jake. But again, you wouldn't know how to barbecue anything if it fucking fell off a goddamn plane and smacked you in the face.
And
Millennial pause.
these were $20 at Costco. 8 pounds of that? That's a steal of the deal. And we gotta have the
Dude, there is no way I would make 8 pounds of boneless ribs, and I use that in very quotation-y marks. There's no way I'd make 8 fucking pounds of that crap. Okay, let me just say this. The boneless country-style ribs taste like dog shit. Okay? They are not good. They suck. If I was going to use that meat for anything, I'd grind it up and use it as bratwurst meat.
rub for that. So you get right here. Rib rub seasoning. Flavor connections from Costco. So we
Everything's so scuffed all the time, man.
We got some country style.
What's up, Outlaws?
I'm gonna put on these pans right here.
Do the Transformers
These are so
window
good.
cover? Is that a window cling?
I'm gonna put on these pans right here.
Transformers window cling. Look, dude, we are in. Look,
Jake, I wouldn't be talking about anybody's window art, you fucking dork. All right, I'm done with this. Jake sucks. He sucks. Neither of you know how to cook. Enjoy being the most arrogant piece of shit and keep picking fights with people far bigger than you, dickhead.
Factor could help me reach my protein goals. Boy, was I wrong. Free high protein breakfast for a year? Yeah, that's real. Every
Oh, all that chocolate and Nutella? Stop it. Oh, really? No. Heart attack sandwich, one bite and you're gone.
Well, no, that's just actually especially if they froze it, a tasty treat. Okay, turning cheap steak into wagyu, whatever the fuck. Okay, so they got some cheap ass steak and they're grinding it, okay? Gelatin, so essentially add some Sure-Gel and salt. Not sure what the hell this is supposed to do.
Awful. What's he doing? Gelatin. What? No. Not in a bag. Looks
Oh, God!
This dish doesn't get a
Damn
nice
it!
reaction from Gordon Ramsay.
okay.
Oh, God damn it.
Looks like my granddad.
Oh, my God. Sous vide! Oh, my God! Will this fucking cooking technique die already? Look, I boiled it in a bag! Great! You made it taste like my grandfather's cock! And that's in the condition it's in right now.
Dad's colostomy bag. Oh my god. What the frick? Fake Wagyu. Oh, get a grip.
Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm with Gordon on this one. Fuck off.
I'm making a low carb.
I swear to God, I want to take the man whoever popularized sous vide and shove a sous vide heat thermometer, whatever the fuck it is, up his goddamn ass.
Sandwich with orange
Low
bell
carb
pepper
sandwich.
and cream cheese.
Is that
Some
and a pepper? No.
spinach.
Cream cheese? Really?
Everything bagel seasoning.
No. Come on.
And some turkey.
No.
And close it up. Like
That is not a sandwich.
Like that. For spike.
No, that is not a low carb sandwich. Young lady, that there is an idiot sandwich.
Haley.
Right there.
Well, Gordon, two things are true at once. One, it is completely disgusting, but it is low carb, low fat, and low calorie. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but that's me.
Oh dear. No, Cheetos on a burger. Stop it. How to ruin a burger, you donut. No,
Okay,
stop it. What's next?
Wait.
Oh, God.
Stop. Okay. If he's adding Cheetos to a cook burger, that I can understand. What the fuck is this? Is he seriously going to do a Juicy Lucy with Cheetos in it? Okay, what's going to happen is the cheese is going to melt. The fat in the cheese is going to basically dissolve the Cheetos.
Come on, really? Another slap of meat? Honestly, if that's the burger, I'm turning vegan. Oh boy, hollowed out bread. Come on, really? Looks like a slipper. Baked beans? Really? What next?
Well, generally, if baked beans are there, it's probably somebody that's fucking British. Fucking on your side of the pond, motherfucker.
Ham? Oh my God, what are you doing? Playing chess with some baked beans? What? Now you're toasting it. Oh, come on. Really? HB sauce!
They were making a filet mignon tree.
A filet mignon tree? Really? Come on, Max! Don't slap your meat like that, please.
Let that
Really?
in the fridge.
Use a bounty to dry it.
And weave branches.
A bacon branch weave. The only weave you need is on your granddad's head.
With the picker-upper.
Come on, seriously?
Complete without guilt.
What are you doing?
Mini immortal.
Max, really?
The candied bacon crunch and wrap up your.
What are you doing? Wellington trees.
Those hands clean and finish.
Clean those hands.
Your tree bark.
Clean hands, clean food. A Wellington tree. What has happened in 2020? Oh no. Oh no.
Gold.
No, come on. A gold star. That's what you get for being a teacher's pet. Kaylin, can you help me out, please?
Cooking creation using half.
Seriously?
Reacts.
Kaylin!
Celebrity duet.
What's happened to Max?
Type of plant-based diet.
If this dish doesn't get a nice reaction from Gordon Ramsay,
Okay,
then
let's go,
nothing
big
will.
boy. Show me what you got.
Super marbled short ribs. Oh, if you know, you know. Gordon, we're
Absolutely.
gonna make this.
Seasoning.
All right. So some short ribs with some salt.
Well,
Sergeant Gilbert,
beautifully marbled.
light sear. Sear the other side.
Hot
Remove.
sear.
Same
Nice.
pan. Shallots, garlic.
Okay, classic.
tomato paste,
Garlic, sure.
Cabernet. Let's get it popping, baby.
Okay,
Clean
popping
it down.
baby. No, forget that.
Reduce by
Flambe.
half. Beef
Reduce
stock.
by half. Good.
Pour over
So
the
far, so
beef,
good, big boy.
add some thyme and bay leaf.
Okay,
Put a cracked
don't boil
lid
it
on
too
there.
hard.
Cleaning it up here, chef. 2 hours in, we're adding some carrot.
Oh, carrots. They're gonna be
celery.
delicious,
Of
by the
course,
way.
We're gonna rice the potatoes for the mash.
Smart.
Or maybe a drum sieve, huh, Gordon?
Okay.
Fold our dairy into our
Come on, let's
chives and
go.
horseradish mash. 3.5 hours later, kill the heat.
Yeah,
Let this
too long,
rest
but
at least
however.
40 minutes in the liquid. Time to
Show me the
plate.
beef.
Short rib.
Oh,
3 quenelles
wow.
Of mash.
Now you're talking.
Some little
What have you done to the
pearls
mash?
Of heirloom carrot and turnip.
What the hell? Why are you playing
Don't
Connect
worry,
4 with those
it's
carrots? Where are the original carrots that
reduced
cooked for 2.5 hours? The carrots with the flavor, you donut.
For the love of God, please blow this post
Show me your carrots!
Oh, I love you. What about?
I think you turn the carrots into puree balls.
Okay, brushing, seasoning. Weird. Cocktail sticks. Hold on a minute. Performing acupuncture on a chicken. You're supposed to cook it, not prick it. Oh my goodness me. No. That looks dry. You've turned the chicken into a hedgehog.
Actually, I hate to agree with Gordon Ramsay, but yeah, that chicken looked dry as fuck.
The chef boy.
Ooh, Waitrose! Chuck your meatballs in.
Oh my God.
Once they brown, we're just going to turn the heat right down and crack on with the sauce.
What?
Turn on the heat.
Oh my God.
Melt 40 grams of butter, then whisk in 40 grams of plain flour.
All that flour?
Say flour.
What are you
Add
making?
2/3 of a cup of vegetable stock.
If you were making a roux, you stopped way too early. Okay, hold on.
Crack on with the sauce.
What?
Turn on the heat.
Oh my God.
Melt 40 grams of butter,
Okay, 40 grams of butter, which is, I don't know what the fuck.
then whisk in 40 grams of plain flour.
Okay, so he's attempting to make a roux.
All that flour?
Say flour. Add 2/3 of a cup
Roux are supposed to be fucking brown, not goddamn bright yellow.
of vegetable stock,
Oh my
and 2/3 of a cup of beef stock.
Really?
Keep stirring.
Why, in the name of all holy God, would you stir veggie stock in and then stir beef stock in? The only reason to use veggie stock, which is the shittiest of all stocks, is because you're cooking for a vegetarian or vegan. If I'm not, I'm just gonna use goddamn chicken stock or beef stock. Because it's better. That combo makes no goddamn sense at all.
Stirring that continuously.
Man.
Then you want 2/3 of a cup of extra thick double
Trust me,
cream.
there's only one Joe Wicks.
3 C's thick.
What?
2 teaspoons of soy sauce.
No,
1
stop
teaspoon
it.
of
Cook out the
peanut
flour,
butter,
you donut.
Obviously. And stir and simmer.
OMG.
Yeah, he hasn't even cooked out the flour. This is just absolute ass. God, this is gonna taste more floury than fucking goddamn George Thorogood's taint.
Until it thickens. Okay,
Seriously.
we've got a nice consistency.
Stop
I'm going
it.
to pour that in with the meatballs.
Oh my God, looks like wallpaper paste.
Jeez. Thank
Not.
me later, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
please.
I've just
Trust
made
me,
you
one
a
naked chef was
idea,
enough.
but what are you?
By the way, unless you're in like decent shape, you might want to keep your fucking shirt on.
You saying, Gordon?
I'm saying fuck off and die. Can't speak for Gordon.
9 till
but
5. Let's go, Gordon. Okay.
What?
I don't really only want to do cooking, so.
Olive
What
oil.
the fuck
You don't put
is
olive
that?
oil on lamb. It's a leg of lamb. It's got enough fat on it.
Pepper.
Oh, come on, really?
Put some garlic.
At least rub the seasoning in. More garlic?
Onions, though.
Onions? Well, you haven't even peeled them. Hey, psst, FYI, your foil's upside down, you donut.
All you need, bro.
Doesn't really matter. But. Alright, we got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna kill this. Then we're gonna look at this. 65 attempts, 0 winners.
Design you feel in every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick, now.
Albion
Look.
Online
however
is a
you gotta get it
sandbox
done,
MMORPG in which you write
Here's
your
the
own story
choice.
instead of following a laid out path. Explore a vast open world. Everything you do has an impact on Albion's player-driven economy. Every piece of equipment is crafted by players from resources gathered by players. The equipment you wear defines who you are. Switching from knight to magician is as easy as swapping your armor and weapon, or be a combination of the two. Venture deep inside dungeons and discover wealth and danger.
Did I say Canada? I don't think I drove that far, did I? We're off to a place called The Compass today in McAllister, Oklahoma, to take on a pizza challenge which has not been beaten in 65 attempts. And we're in the proper Wild West now. Nice. VIP parking right outside the joint.
In Oklahoma? You're not really in the proper Wild West now, my dude.
So this
Sorry.
one is 65-0.
Actually, the proper Wild West was just pretty much anywhere in the country in 1885.
As they like to say out here. Obviously it's not 10 minutes past 11 at night. This is just a screenshot. But this is the guy who got closest, apparently. One slice remaining and a bit of debris. But nobody's managed to do it successfully yet. So hopefully I can be the first Ultimate Champion. That sounds like it could be one of the food challenges on regular show. I actually messaged this place from my personal Facebook account, which I sometimes do in an attempt to remain anonymous. But he sussed me straight away, so he must have at least seen the videos.
I'm Billy, I'm from the tourism office. Is there anything I can help you find, or?
No, that's very, very welcoming of you. I'm actually going to this place to see Wood-Fired Kitchen.
Yeah, the Compass?
Yeah, I make YouTube videos for a living.
Awesome.
And they have like a pizza, like a big pizza where if you eat it in a certain amount of time, you get it free.
That's awesome.
I'm English, obviously.
Yeah.
Can't tell already. So it's my first time in Oklahoma. This kind of feels like an old West style. Well, I can imagine John Wade the Duke coming down the street on top of a horse.
You know the old book, The Grapes of Wrath, and of course True Grit and all that.
Yeah.
Well, True Grit were actually mentioned in that book. So the town of McAllister, yeah.
Alright, I don't give a fuck about this or anything like this. Blah, blah, blah.
Slice left? Is he the cup that he came closest?
So there's a guy that came closer. There's about 2 slices piled up on a plate underneath his that he didn't. He kind of slid under there. But the closest, he had like less than a slice left, and the dude looked just like Sam Elliott.
Yeah?
You know, like famous actor, cowboy,
Oh, I love
mustache.
Sam Elliott with a mustache.
Yeah.
I was watching Tombstone last night in my hotel room.
Looks just like the guy. I'm like, if someone has to beat it, it has to be this guy.
Here it is. This is the ultimate challenge.
Alright.
Yummy. You could do 4 slices.
I think I might be able to eat 4. Maybe.
4?
Like if I starve myself beforehand and like really try.
I don't know, man. those are big as your head.
I'm at a place called Compass Wood-Fired Kitchen today, which is in McAllister, somewhere south of Oklahoma, southeast of Oklahoma City, I think. I'm taking on the Ultimate Challenge, which has been attempted 65 times, and nobody's managed to do it yet, right?
Undefeated.
$31, but if you finish it inside 30 minutes, it's on the house?
Yes, sir.
A picture on the Wall of Fame and a hat.
2, 1, go.
Right, let's do it. Oh, it's nice and soft. I'm gonna double slice it. 30 minutes is not a long time.
Oh, we mean business today, do we? No fuss, no muss. What's up, Abby? Welcome back to another episode.
shit.
And today we're in McAllister,
Is he gonna do
Pittsburgh
it?
County, which is a bit confusing because, of course, Pittsburgh is famously in Pennsylvania.
not Oklahoma, but this is evidently a different Pittsburgh.
I've done a few pizza challenges in my time, and trust me, the pizza doesn't look intimidating at first. Then you get about halfway done.
And we're at the
and suddenly you see the mountain of pizza next to you.
Compass having a bash at their.
And this is really a thick dough pizza. And as we all know, bread fills you up fucking faster than anything.
The Ultra Meat Challenge, which is just a big thick pizza topped with lots and lots of meat.
Do you guys have any napkins? Yeah. I feel like this has probably got limited reuse value. Oh, that's perfect. No, that's fine. Thank you.
Plenty?
Yeah, that's plenty.
Okay.
It's so soft.
It must be good if I'm sucking air through my teeth. It's not the widest pizza I've ever seen, but what it lacks in diameter, that's the word.
Three.
3 slices. I guess the people of McAllister must have appetites lower than the national average. Having said which, the slices are pretty bulbous. Yummy though. Just gonna adjust my mullet here.
How long have I got left? Left. Okay. Do you guys have root beer?
Root beer, yeah. You want some?
Can I get root beer? Thank you. Right, just 2 slices left.
Indeed, and what? 66% of the time remaining. That was the beaver, by the way. Was it a beaver? From Lady and the Tramp. I should really mention the toppings on this, but I can't remember them all. Just tons of meaty stuff.
The cheese is so soft.
Looks like a bunch of meat and red peppers and jalapenos.
It's getting stuck in my moustache. It works, man. Improvised moustache wax. Certainly tastes better than most moustache waxes.
You should stay in here, get ready, stop the clock.
You knew it? There's still one more slice though. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, gotta stay humble. Let's not count our chickens just yet. It hasn't been a flawless record this year.
Final slice.
Yep, almost done. We are but a few meaty mouthfuls away from becoming the first Ultra Meat champion, getting that meal on the house, and perhaps most importantly of all, we're about to get our hands on a free winner's cap, which I like from time to time. You know, it's a little bit different from just a t-shirt. What a card. He's a joker, that guy. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I got a little bit overzealous. It was such delicious pizza. I must have eaten, I don't know, like 7 or 8 beard hairs.
65-1.
Oh. Throw up. Are you joking? Bring out the second one.
He's ready for dessert.
Ooh, do you have a dessert menu?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, I gotta take a look at that.
There you go.
It's right in your menu.
Oh, it's in that menu? Thank you. Compass cap as well. I'm going home from this trip.
Where the hell does it... I don't know, he must, like, starve himself, work out like crazy, and then... I don't know. But anyway, that's about it for this one. I will see everyone probably tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Now, if you know me,